when I'm asked what I think is most important in racquetball, it's pretty obvious. It's the three great aims of racquetball: focus, sacrifice, power, in that order. First off, talking about focus. When you're in that court, it's just you and the ball. Yeah, there might be somebody else returning the ball. There might be somebody else hitting the ball against the wall. But when it really comes down to it, what it matters is you and that ball. And that's applicable to many aspects of life, but specifically so in racquetball. If your focus is not entirely on just hitting that ball back to the wall, you're done for. That's it. Game over. You might as well walk out of the court. Might as well not even show up. Secondly, sacrifice. Every time that you walk into that racquetball room, you need to understand your body is on the line. You need to be just willing to lay it all out on there. Leave it all on the court, literally, physically, mentally, all of it. Third, power. You can be the most technique savvy. You can be the most just intricate racquetball player. But if you don't have some spice backing that up, you're going nowhere, kid. Drop it. So you ask, what does intramural sports bring to this chapter? My response to that is, what does intramural sports not bring to this chapter? To me, it brings a sense of pride, a sense of competitiveness, and just the altogether aspect of brotherhood, where we're coming together for a common cause, trying to make ourselves better, and also trying to push others to do better. What more could you want? So obviously, racquetball is not the most prominent or most well known about sport of the intramural sports, and it's something that us people who do play racquetball, it's something that we take pride in. So when I answer what is the biggest challenge facing a racquetball player in this day and age, it's got to be just wannabes, posers. You'll have random people walk into the court thinking, hey, I could just pick up this racquetball and be a racquetball player. No, that is not how it works. Being a racquetball player takes months of preparation, learning the rules, just getting your mind right, being in the proper physical and mental state to be a racquetball player. I'll be honest, it's not something for anybody. So probably the biggest challenge that I've faced has been when just anyone thinks they can walk in there and pick up a racket and be a legitimate racquetball player. That's pretty tough for me to handle. I'm not going to lie to you. Being one of the younger, less experienced guys in the racquetball tournament this year didn't help me. Definitely did not help me. But the season didn't go exactly the way I wanted it to. There were a couple shots that I definitely could have finished on where I failed to do so. But looking forward to the future, being an up-and-coming racquetball player, I learned a lot this year. I was able to take in a lot of experience and advice from some of the more experienced players who have records of success in the racquetball world. And always, I just have my role model, James Turner Collins, who I can look up to. Someone whose motto was, if you ever quit, then you suck, so don't ever quit. It's just something that's really inspired me through my entire life, and especially my racquetball career. So whenever I get down on myself, I not only think about the experiences I've had this tournament, but I'm reminded of my good friend and role model, James Turner Collins, whose words just repeat over and over in my head and just inspire me every day. All right, just going to walk y'all through some things. First off, the serve, vitally important part of racquetball. Anyone who's ever played the game before can tell you. But anyways, this was quite a good rally between me and the young Austin Johnston. I'm not going to lie to you, I didn't expect much of him coming out. But I'll tell you what, the kid had his stuff together. He had his ducks in a row. He came out ready to play. He was ready to get. But that being said, me being the more experienced racquetball player, I knew I just had to keep him on his toes. I had to keep him just moving around the court. And eventually he would wear down, and I'd be able to find that window where I could just hit the finishing shot right there. That's all it is. That's all it takes, sports fans. And bon voyage, we're on to the next one. Don't even look at your opponent. Don't talk to him. Don't acknowledge him. Remember, he is still your enemy. That is, until the game is over.